Hello friends, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. So in this lecture we are going to study the our next scheme, that is Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay Shramev Jayate Karyakram. So in the previous class we learned about Aam Aadmi Bima Yojana, and this is our second class of schemes, unemployment schemes, and the second scheme is Pandit Deen Dayal उपाध्याय श्रमेव जयते कार्यक्रम. Okay, this is quite complex name. So this is our second scheme. So I will say it as PDUSJK. 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 So this is the mnemonic for this big scheme. So the PDUSJK was launched on October 2014 by the Government of India. Objective of the scheme is to create conducive environment for industrial development and doing business with ease, and also expanding government support to impart skill training for workers. Okay, so this is a basically umbrella scheme with 5 schemes under this. Okay, so there are 5 sub schemes of this, which are as follow, which I'll be just telling you. So first is Shram Suvidha Portal. Okay, so this would allot labor identification number, that is LIN, to nearly 6 lakh units, and allow them to file online compliance of 16 out of 44 labor laws. Okay, the second one is random inspection scheme. So this was basically for the utilizing technology to eliminate human discretion in selection of unit for inspection and uploading of inspection reports within 72 hours of inspection mandate. Okay, third one is universal account number. So it enabled 4.17 crore employees to have their provident fund account portable, hassle-free, and universally accessible. Fourth one is apprentice प्रोत्साहन योजना. Okay, this will give the support to manufacturing unit mainly, and other establishment will reimburse, and other establishment by reimbursing 50% of the stipends paid to apprentices during the first 2 years of their training. Okay, apprentice is basically the person who is currently not doing the main job, but he is the trainee, so he is just learning the skill required for the job. Okay, like we have our training before we go to any job. Even we are selected, we go through some training process that what we need to do. So this is basically apprenticeship. Fifth one is revamped राष्ट्रीय स्वास्थ्य बीमा योजना. Okay, so by introducing a smart card for the worker in the unorganized sector, seeded with details of 2 or more security schemes. So now we are going to discuss these 5 schemes in detail one by one. So let me start with the one, and first was Shram Suvidha Portal. Okay, let me write it as SSP. Okay, so the objective of the unified web portal is to consolidate information of the labor inspection and its enforcement, which will lead to transparency and accountability. Okay, transparency and accountability in inspection. The compliances would be reportable in single harmonized form, which will make it simple and easy for those filling such forms. Okay, the performance will be monitored using key indicators, thus making the evaluation process objective. The portal has also an effective grievance redressal system. It promotes the use of a common labor identification number, that is LIN, by all implementing agencies. Okay, and now I will be telling about you the features. So there are basically 4 features. So first one is that unique labor identification number will be allotted to the units to facilitate online registration. Second is to filling of self-certified and simplified single online return by the industry. Now units will only file a single consolidated return instead of filing 16 separate returns. Okay, third one is mandatory uploading of inspection report within 72 hours by the labor inspector. Fourth one is timely redressal of grievances will be ensured with the help of this portal. So these were the basic 4 features of this scheme. So now we will learn more about this sub part, that is labor inspection scheme under this SSP. Okay, so far the units for inspection were selected locally without any objective criteria. To bring in transparency in labor inspection, a transparent labor inspection scheme has been developed, and main feature of this scheme was to first feature is computerized list of inspection. Computerized list of inspection. Okay, that is to be generated randomly as per the risk based objective criteria. Second is that serious matter to be covered under mandatory inspection list. Okay, mandatory. Third point is complaint based inspection to be determined centrally after examination of data and evidence. Complaint based. Fourth point is that mandatory uploading of inspection report within 24 hours. Mandatory upload within 24 hours. Fifth point is, since the labor inspection schemes is launched, 21,552 inspections have been generated as on 1st January 2015. Of these, 18,149 are already uploaded. Okay, so this was the basic part of this labor inspection scheme. I think I said something wrong before, that this is the part of this. This was basically the second part. I was just confused with this random part. I did not read it full. Okay, so this is basically the random inspection scheme is basically the labor inspection scheme only. So this is our second part. Okay, the second part of this PDU SJK. So now we will come on to the third part. Third part is universal, let me write full, universal account number for employers provident fund. So under this scheme, complete information for approximately 4 crore subscribers of EPF has been centrally compiled and digitized, and a UAN has been allotted to all. Okay, so this UAN is being seated with the bank account and Aadhaar card and other KYC detail for the financial inclusion of vulnerable section of society and their unique identification. This will ensure the portability of social security benefit to the labor of organized sector across the jobs and demographic areas. Also, the EPF account of employers will be now updated monthly, and at the same time he will be informed through the SMS. So this was all about this UN. Now we will come on to the fourth, that is APY, Apprenticeship Protsahan Program. Okay, so there was one act also regarding it, that was Apprentices Act 1961. So it was enacted for regulation of apprenticeship training, a scheme in the industry for imparting on the job training to the apprentices. Okay. So this scheme has a huge potential for training the large number of young people to make them employable. And similar schemes have been highly successful in countries like Germany, China, and Japan, where the number of apprentices are stated to be 3 million, 20 million, and 10 million respectively. Okay. So after that also there was one major initiative that has been undertaken to revamp this apprenticeship scheme. Okay. In India, after an extensive consultation with industry, states, and other stakeholders, with the vision of increasing apprenticeship seats to more than 20 lakh in the next few years. So there were basically four components of this initiative. First one, to make the legal framework friendly. Okay. Second is to enhance the rate of stipend. Third is to apprentice Protsahan Yojana will support manufacturing unit mainly and other establishment by reimbursing 50% of the stipend paid to the apprentices during the first 2 year of training. And third one is that basic training component of the curriculum is being restructured on scientific principle to make it more effective. So this was for this APY. Okay, the last one is revamped Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana. This is quite big, so we will start this in next class. So thank you guys for watching and take care. Bye.